Hello and welcome. I'm Craig Harrington, and today's topic is the depression in our future. The United States is currently in a recession, and according to the United States government, we have been in recession since December of 2007. In over a year, our economy has just gotten worse, and there's a chance that if things continue to go downhill, we will officially recognize a depression in the United States. According to Professor Peter Morici of the University of Maryland, it will take the government several years to officially recognize in any capacity that the United States is in a depression. During the 1930s, even as late as 1937, many official bureaus within the United States government were unwilling to recognize that a depression was in existence. They were unwilling to recognize that the economy had gotten out of control. According to Professor Morici, a recession officially becomes a depression when that recession fails to self-correct. That is absolutely the case in the United States today. For several months, the Bush administration simply left the recession unattended to. As things got worse and worse, it didn't correct. It didn't uptick. At no point did the markets correct themselves and start to gain momentum again. Things just kept getting worse. And since then, the government has intervened with hundreds of billions of dollars in rescue spending meant to stop the downslide, and none of it has had any effect. If that is not the definition of a depression, then there is none. The economic situation in the United States continues to get worse and worse. President Obama, Fed Chairman Bernanke, and any other high-level government official will tell you that it will take several years for us to recover from this current slide. They've projected a 2 to 3 year recovery plan. But what if the United States doesn't recover? What if current policies fail and after 2 to 3 years, things in this country are still getting worse? What if the economy is still going down? If the stock market is still losing points? If companies are still closing their doors? And if unemployment continues to rise? In the fourth quarter of 2008, the United States economy shrank 6.5%. If that continues, we may approach the symptoms of the 1930s, when unemployment was over 25%, and over the course of several years, the economy shrank by a quarter. The United States needs to avoid what happened to it in the 1930s, because our situation now is worse than it was then. Then we were at the very least a productive nation. We were relatively debt-free and we were an exporter to the world. Now we carry more personal debt than any other people in the world, and we import much more than we export annually. Our economy is shrinking regardless of whether or not we're in a depression, and we need to put a stop to both of these in order to correct the situation. We have to create jobs in the U.S. and create manufacturing. We have to bring wealth back to the U.S. instead of exporting it to the rest of the world. We need to stop losing control of our country. We need to grab the economic reins and correct this before it is beyond control. On behalf of concerned citizens, I'm Craig Harrington with economyincrisis.org News.
Wake up, America! Open up your eyes! Wake up, America! Wake up!
Produced by economyincrisis.org.